Okay, so I literally think only Stealth is here, but before I unmute in Discord, let me catch anyone who's listening to the VOD later, or who maybe is lurking in stream with the weekly drama. Not drama, it's stupid. It's definitely a distraction from the real world. But someone asked the question, could 100 men take down a gorilla? And I saw like one, maybe two videos about that, and I thought about it, and I asked it in our friend Discord, and it created a schism. And then it went silent for a bit, but now I've seen way more videos about it, so I brought it up, and then I had way more thoughts about it. So then I was like, I'll talk about it on stream. And Stealth is in call, currently waiting to yell at me about gorillas. So I just want to get this out there before we unpause. Okay? Okay, good. Hello. Oh, there's Stealth. You don't think lies? What do you mean lies? Lies of what?
You don't think? What do you mean? Since when?
Since when do you think? Hello, Greg. Okay, Stealth. Before I even start Monster Hunter, can I, what's the thing of? Can I present you with one of the arguments I saw earlier that reignited this fire in my soul after it had died down in our Discord?
Yeah, sure.
So, someone was like, listen, 100 is a lot. The gorilla is going to be exhausted before it gets through like even half of them. Like it will collapse of exhaustion before it gets even halfway done killing 100 people. So like that, like one of the arguments is
Better
like,
argument. I give an argument is humans are a lot more fragile than you think they are.
I know that, but like also, so many of the gorilla side arguments I've seen, both from friends and strangers, is like, gorillas can kill 5 grown men with a single swing of their arm. And I'm just like, there are better animals to have this conversation about. I've seen people bring up, like, in comparison to this, like 100 men versus a hippo, or 200 men versus an elephant. Both of those.
You would need 1,000 men for a hippo.
Yeah, 100%. With, I put that in Discord also, and Pig was just like, with weapons, I don't think they could do it. And I was like, if you gave 100 men revolvers and told them to go kill a hippo, the hippo would eat 600 shots and then go on to kill the men. Like, it would not. Hippos are built different. But that's the problem. Like, I know. I did this. This was a thing I did. Remember, one of my favorite streams.
Gorillas are built a bit differently.
Yes, but gorillas are like, okay. So here's and let me hop into Monster Hunter a bit as we do this. Oh, but here's the thing, right? Gorillas are strong. 60 months versus one streamer who wins the concept of time. Thank you, Pig, for the subscription. Oh my lord, that's literally 5 years. I hate that. But I appreciate Pig support.
Hey, Pig, wrong too. Fuck
oh my lord. The problem is here. Okay, so let me break it down for you, Stealth, and then I start doing a funky little dance, right? Anyway, so like, and like this is one thing people have talked about. Let's say you go up to the gorilla and you punch it, right? You will die immediately after. This is true. And also, punching, to be clear, not at all an effective way to fight a gorilla. Like, a human against like a gorilla that's just standing and just not doing anything can effectively harm it in one way or another. Punching isn't going to get the job done. But the hippo, I mean,
you punch a gorilla, it begins charging its giant punch.
Exactly. But on the other hand, I think the gorilla will be like, oh, I've been hit, not very hard, because, you know, I'm a gorilla, but I've been hit, you know. Comparatively to a hippo, I don't think the hippo would even register. I think it would be like, what was that? Like, it would be like if a full-grown man who worked out punched a hippo as hard as it possibly could in the face, on the side, whatever, I don't think the hippo would notice. Gorillas, on the other hand, are just like small enough compared to a hippo, and just like close to human enough that, unironically, I'm just like, the gorilla's gonna
You would
care a
just
little
piss it
bit.
off.
It would, but then you do it like 1,000 times because you have 100 men to go through before you're done, and fucking like the gorilla's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm in pretty bad shape here, guys." Like, I really don't think it's the slam dunk for the gorilla. Some people on gorilla side is really make it like, again, and that's the part I can't get over, because I get it, it's a gorilla against one person, any person at all in history, means that person will die, right? This is fact. This isn't, yeah, this is not an opinion, that's fact. But gorillas aren't 100, like, they aren't 100 people strong, and they're not 100 people smarter either. That's the other part. Like, any amount of strategy will undo the gorilla.
Yeah, okay. You're talking about intelligence, but in this hypothetical, you've removed their tool use.
Okay.
They don't have.
No. That, to be clear, I am of the opinion that the humans win in, like, you know, like white space. Is that a fucking ninja, Naruto ninja? Anyway, whether they're in like white space or like a place they can actually, you know. Also, my FPS is so bad right now. I do not know what's happening. Oh, you know what it might be? I think I had to oh, save.
Hey, that's me.
That's you. Nick. I apologize. Let me check some things real quick. Cause I believe, if I'm not, where was, oh wait, was it in, could I defaults or, oh, that is not at all what I thought it was. Preset, use preset. Where did I get the, like, advanced... Oh, was it in advanced settings? Am I being really dumb? I apologize. We'll keep talking about gorillas as I do this. But yeah, so, like... property... Where's the advanced settings for the video capture in OBS? I'm trying... Because, like... Filter.
I fed it to the hippo.
You fed the hippo has already consumed it. Such is the nature. Such is the nature.
I wanted to live.
Yeah. Filter. Property. I go to properties. Okay. USB video. Use preset. Is okay. Resolution. Probably like this, right? Or no. Also, why has it now, like... Oh, is it because... Oh, simple. And then... Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, sweet Christ. That's not right. There we go. I was about to say. Okay. Is that better? I believe that is better. Yes? Alright. I'm sorry I don't have a hot... I need to look into getting a new... just even MacBook for my my, what's it called? My birthday. Also, hi. What was I definitely had more thoughts. Oh yeah, my opinion is that whether you are in like white space, so like, you know, arena where there is nothing but the confines of the arena, or in like a natural enclosure, like a national park or whatever, the humans win. Because no. Okay, but will you admit that if it happened in like a jungle with one gorilla and 100 humans, lobby ID for great?
So we're not using standard battle royale or yeah, okay. If it's just happening like in nature and it's not just like a fucking deathmatch, then yeah, I can see where humans as the persistence hunters scare the gorilla and chase it down and eventually get it. But like, okay, like.
But
in a deathmatch, I'm assuming that the gorilla has already decided to fight instead of flight.
I don't. And I also think that. Also, hi Alma, what's up? Yeah. Well, because there's some event hunts to do before we have Alma change outfits. What outfit? Aw, she's got a little beret. Good look on you, Alma. Also, is the diva about to perform? Is that a thing we get to see before we do any hunts? But anyway,
That'd be night.
That is it not night?
Not quite.
No, they're still getting there. What are you doing? Stop. You just throwing flower petals everywhere?
Yeah.
Sick. Also, this is a very good look for Skippy Rizzo. What hat is that?
It's from the new like the spring event.
Just spring event hat. That's nice.
Yeah, I think it's like the Blossom set or something.
Gotcha. All right. Well, in that case, I'll go look at the event quest and see if we can do some. Also, Greg, like, just because I think there's definitely some things to do. You know, I put out the hobby ID, but I'm still gonna be crown hunting for, I would imagine, the majority of streams. So I will not promise consistently posting quests.
I don't know if AT Raydell drops at the reset or not.
Gotcha. Also,
but it might.
They posted a lot of things actually. That's neat.
There's only a couple that are new though.
Gotcha. Oh, have most of these been posted before? And then
Yeah, and that's a thing with events. Events often have like a long list. I mean, like festivals, events often have like a long list of event quests that from the past that become available again.
Gotcha. Well, how about, here's what we'll do. How about we start with I want to start with Rathlos. I don't even know if I've done
Yeah, that's one for like Ardean parts.
Gotcha. I don't think I've done that one, so we'll do that, and then I think that I believe from what I was just seeing, the top row seems new, so we can do that after, because I want to start. We can start with Rathlos just as a treat, so that's okay with you.
The Lullabarinas and the Zhuwu are the ones that give you like actual cosmetic stuff.
Gotcha. So we'll do some of that. But anyway, so like, fucking, you know, if we put this in any kind of natural environment which a gorilla mayhaps inhabits, right? I think the humans win. Like, not too much, I mean, like, a lot of setup, but in terms of fight, not too much difficulty. Because, like, take a minute, make a spear, and then you have 10 guys with spears face it. Hello? They got little why? Hell, what? They have little ceramic heads on? Little bobbleheads? Yeah. That's wild. I just met these guys, and they're already getting freaky on me. I met these guys not very long ago. Look at them; they are very good. Look at my brain, my brain cat. Also, I'll switch to the hammer once we get in there.
I'll say it again. Your character looks very much like you. Like, I know that's what you were going for, and you did really well.
I appreciate. I try, because I like. You know, there's a lot of people who are just like, you play games for a power fantasy, and it's like I play games more for escapism. Like I'd be happy just being myself in some of these worlds. So I don't need to be I don't need to be Mr. Chef from the Halo series. You know, like I can just be Cahill. But anyway, so like in a natural environment, the humans definitely win. I don't think with that much difficulty as some people are about to claim, because like if you're like, okay, everyone pick up a good stick, start sharpening it, and make some spears, then you have a phalanx versus a gorilla.
This is definitely, you're like in a natural environment. This is definitely human weighted.
Yes. In white space death battle, where the only factors are human, gorilla, floor, right? Gorilla. Like, I still think and like I think Pig said this too. It's like the weight of people, like just the weight of 199 people, because we need one guy to survive. We'll do in the gorilla, like. Such is the 100 men stuff. I need you to hear 100. Have you seen 100 people like in one area? Gorilla. Like that's what I'm trying to stress when like I talk about, like, you know, mayhaps a he is not coming down for me to bonk. Why I bring like the hippo in and elephant into it is because like,
well, a hippo's tank.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? There are animals on Earth that are like, this thing is so big and so like thick that there is no possible way in hell, even on my best day, I could do any noticeable damage to it, right? Like, and one argument I have for like the gorilla is like, if you go for the eyes, that gorilla's having a bad time for the rest of the fight, and I don't even think you will need to expend 100 dudes to get to that point, right? But like, say you manage to get to the hippo's eyes, you know, which I don't know how you're going. I can imagine how someone might do that with a gorilla. No idea how you would be able to do that with a hippo. Not in a million years would you be able to do that. Even if you were able to blind a hippo, what's the point after that? You know, at which point after that do you know, like, what's step 2? And I don't think there is any. Humans would do very small incremental damage to a gorilla, right? But it would be any damage, as opposed to hippo or elephant, where I don't think you will ever do any damage ever, no matter how hard you try with your bare hands. Maybe with a weapon, maybe on a good day. So that's why I bring up other animals in that scenario, because I'm just like, there is an applicable animal for what the gorilla side is saying. Gorillas are big, strong dudes with the strength of 10 men, but not 100 men. Not 100.
Says you.
So yeah, says me. Also, I will say this. Like, okay, if we weight it so entirely in favor of the gorilla to give it, like, a much better chance at, you know, winning, period, then this takes place in white space, so, you know, no tools for the human to use. The gorilla is fucking bloodlusted and already on the attack by the time the humans load in, I guess we can say. so that's there. I still don't think the gorilla is going to have an easy time getting to its win condition, which is kill all 100 men. Just based on stamina alone, even. And to be clear, I think if the gorilla, like, goes down at all, like, Dungeons and Dragon prone on the ground, needs one turn of movement to get up and everything, that's the end of the gorilla. What is left, whether it be 20, 10, or 5 guys, however many of them are left, four big guys who would do in a prone, helpless gorilla. I say this with certainty. So
looks at the gorilla. It should have been me.
because like I had already put out the thing. It's like, I'm gonna talk about this on stream, and then I saw some more videos and someone was just like, use your brains, it's a gorilla. But again, the way some people talk about the gorilla in this situation, give the gorilla a brain.
I'll do.
What?
That'd be a good matchup.
Just not in its head, in its hand. It's holding a brain at the start of the fight. What it does with it, anyone's guess. But like, I've seen
the gorilla a brain and a gun.
Well, that's dear. But it wouldn't even. That's the thing, right? Because like, I feel like that's what I have to stress when I'm like, gorilla, big man, right? He is big man, you know. But fucking, it's like, that still doesn't account for humans having tools, because the most I know about gorillas, like, maybe it might pick up a rock once, maybe, which would not account for any humans using any tools ever, because they'll do that more consistently and more strategically than the gorilla. But still, all favor to the gorilla. It'll get exhausted before the fight's over. And then what I was saying before was people talking in videos about, like, you know, it's just like, think about it. The gorilla's big and strong. Of course it'll win. But then they go on and it's like, a gorilla will kill 10 men with a flick of its thumb. It'll look in your direction and you will perish immediately. And I'm just like, I don't think you're describing a creature that exists in real life. I don't. They're like, have you seen a gorilla? And it's like, I have. Have you? Like, I don't. I don't know
Have you seen your average person?
Yeah, I will say, in this, in my hypothetical scenario, I am thinking of 100 healthy, well-to-do people, and like that was a point I made in Discord, where like, what was it thinking of?
Well-to-do people.
I don't know.
Are we sending 100? Are we sending 100 billionaires versus this gorilla?
Because then I'm on the side of the gorilla, and there shouldn't be a question about that. But anyway, but like, you know, just 100 healthy people. They go to their doctors if they can afford that, which, you know, maybe that's another sign they're rich. And the doctor's like, wow, you know, actually no notes. When I said this in Discord, like, not you, but some of our other friends we brought it up with, they were just like, no way 100 people can do it. And I was like, raise your hand if you go to the gym. And no one raised their hand in Discord.
I think that answer is gonna be pretty, like, across the board.
Okay. So
in modern American society.
No, I think Oak specifically brought that up, and it's like 100 North Americans, and I was like, Oak, please, I said healthy people when I started this conversation. They can't be from North America. Hello, oh my fucking, you're still around, right? Still, there we go. That should have been fixed by now. Goodness.
No, I have been replaced by a gorilla. A gorilla.
All right, it's time to show my friends what I was talking about this entire time. But that's something I thought of, right? Okay, so let's say I'm putting myself in this scenario. Take out 100 people, X that out. 100 Cahills, okay? There's 100 Cahills in a very large white void with a gorilla sitting a distance away, not so close that the gorilla feels threatened. Oh, go on.
No,
what?
Nothing. Never mind. Never checked what I was going to say.
Do you? Was it an insult on me, or was it just something you were just like, actually, maybe I shouldn't say that?
Yeah, let's just retract the statement.
Okay. That reset daily during the boss. I believe I was talking to the person who gives out bounties, so I believe I got that. Also, oh wait.
Cheese.
Auto sort. Cheese. I do. As much as I do like playing this game with friends, even though recently I've been like, just hanging out by myself, because I'm not really, you know, I'm not really playing Monster Hunter in a way that friends might join. But anyway, I do love cheese, and I do love seeing other folks and their setups. Anyway, okay. We're 100 Cahills in this situation, where we're in white space. The gorilla is not initially aggro, so we have time to collect ourselves. Lead Cahill, I guess, calls a meeting and says, hey, so if we don't kill the gorilla, we'll just die in here anyway, so I guess maybe we should try.
As the meeting's happening, Cahills are getting ripped apart in the back.
That's the... Okay. I feel... Again...
Alright, all in favor of fighting, say aye. There's less ayes than there were 5 minutes ago. We should take it to the vote.
Oh my lord. Fucking... This is what I'm saying, though. You're like, okay, weight it entirely in favor of the gorilla to give it so that make sure it wins. And I'm just like, that's not... You can't be doing that. You're like, okay, in this...
Okay, well, if everyone... Look,
yes.
No one... Like, you're saying that they get time to plan? That's not fair.
Why is it... Okay, the gorilla gets time to plan. What is it going to do with it? You tell me now what the gorilla will do. Also, there are fireworks going off. No diva, though? Ma'am?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not when she performs.
Gotcha. Just pretty fireworks. That's impressive technology. Yeah, shape and everything. But, like, that's the point. Like... And like, this is another version I saw when people were just like, the gorilla wins. It's just like, if you have 100 people go at a gorilla one by one, and it's like, obviously, we're not talking about 100 versus a gorilla anymore. We're talking about one gorilla versus one dude repeatedly, but fucking the gorilla wins because it's gorilla, obviously. Um,
Yeah.
but like, again, you're putting it so in far favor of the gorilla being just like, see, it wins, and it's like, I guess.
Oh, I'm just assuming a neutral matchup without prep time.
Even then, are you like, in this scenario, are you like telepathically telling the gorilla like, oh, kill these people or you'll never get to eat ever again or whatever? Like,
Well, I mean, by the very nature of a deathmatch, both parties want to win.
oh, I didn't mean to start now. I apologize. This is your buddy. I will wait. I mean, it's just we're fighting. I believe that was a low rank Rumpompolo actually. So this will be over quick. But I wait for friends. But anyway, cause like yes, I'm giving the people time to talk and prepare. Because like obviously that's the human element of it, right? That's like, okay, we're people.
Well, that's not a neutral matchup. That's giving the human advantage.
The gorilla is there. Attack if it wants. We are doing this assuming no humans are stupid enough to be like, watch guys, I got this. Goes up and starts kicking the gorilla, and it's just like, oh fucking, we've lost one. Oh well. But like, I still feel like in the situation where you're just like, yeah, the gorilla wins. You are continuing to weight it wildly in favor of the gorilla.
How am I weighing it in favor of the gorilla by
because you're
like,
just like,
giving a fucking neutral matchup with no prep time?
Because you're being, because like I am allowing the humans to use the thing that makes us human and what have you.
And they can do that as the fight's happening.
I mean, I guess, but okay, then it's 90 guys versus a gorilla. Does that 10 get lost immediately because the gorilla starts attacking, and then as that's happening, the other 90 have time to prepare? Does that help still? Will that satisfy you?
I mean, it's not a matter of satisfying me.
But like, okay. Anyway, so also I'm just let me just watch this Rompompolo for. I never do this. What was I thinking of? I want to get back to what I was trying to say to start with, which is okay. Neutral space, 100 Cahills load in, right? And like we start talking, and we're gonna like, well, we've got to fight the gorilla at some point. So, well, let's figure out a way to do that, right? And it's like, okay, well, to be so clear, most of us are going to die. We have to be okay with that. Cannot stress that enough. But from there...
Which is a big ask.
Which is...
Some would say the biggest ask.
What? That several clones of myself who have come into existence simply to fight a gorilla must die so several other more clones of me can live. That's the big ask that you're proposing.
Well, I mean, again, it's not as much of a clones.
See,
it would be a big ask for a group of 100 people, though.
Not well. I that's why it's 100 me's right now, because when I lack in physical aptitude, I make up for in my willingness to perish.
But yeah, if you can Naruto Shadow Clone, it's a lot in that regard.
But
Probably, say.
But like, again, one, I think the gorilla will get exhausted killing, like, let's say 10 of me. I'm squishy, but the gorilla will not be doing this effectively because it is a gorilla. And I don't know of a day a gorilla's killed 10 people in a row, if I'm being so completely honest with you. If the rest of me's can't figure out a way to capitalize on that, then yeah, I've lost all faith in myself and humanity as a whole. Because, like, what are we even doing, you know? I just... Again, it's why I bring up the hippo and elephant into this scenario. Because I do think there are, like, this is the invincible animal. From the show Invincible. You will never be able to harm it no matter what you do. But gorillas aren't one of them. No, that was a low rank pump. But gorillas aren't one of them. You will not... One-on-one, you're definitely not doing enough to harm it in a meaningful way. You know, just the ones of you. But 100 people, some of which are creating a distraction to make sure the gorilla isn't instantly killing everyone. You probably get something done. So, oh my goodness, we've been talking about this for half an hour, and I do think I've gotten out all I've wanted to say, which is that gorillas are not invincible, and will get tired. And I do think 100 humans, whether it be in a natural environment or totally white space, you know, will find a way to do stuff with that. So.
Slips the gorilla a power star.
Oh my lord. Forget. Stealth. How am I weighting it in favor of the gorilla? This is just neutral thing. Gives it a gun, gives it a power star. Gives it several performance enhancing
Those are the
drives.
other permutations for. Those are the other permutations for funny.
For funny. Yeah. I don't like. Okay. Let's say we run the scenario like some fucked up Matrix simulation, and all the men are just like, "Why are you doing this to us?" And they never win, even once, right? I'll be blown away, but I will still raise an eyebrow at the people who are just like the gorilla gods who have so mercifully allowed us to survive for all this time. Truly, us humans are but ants before them. I'm just like, fucking... It's a gorilla. He's funny. He does a little dance every now and then, but I do think he is mortal. He is invincible. Mark my words on this, gorilla. Let's take on some ballerinas. What is a more springtime activity than stomping on flowers? So pretty. Fucking, how do they get these ribbons up to begin with, and how have they changed them for the springtime festival? I guess you can just walk them across the ground and then climb up from there. Mayhaps. Anyway, I've got my group. This is why I did this on stream, because I have talked about it all I want to now, and now I can move on with my life. So. People will ask me in the future in like regular conversation. They'll be like, and I'll just be like 100 humans, and I don't care about what you have to say about it, whether you are on my side or not. Stealth, how has your day been?
It's been alright.
Well, that's good.
All things considered.
I feel that. May I just say one thing? Feel free to, Pig. Like, I mean, if someone has something new to interject to the conversation, feel free. But again, if I hear one more bro gorilla person be like, the strength of the Hulk, the mind of Tony Stark, I'll be just like, okay. I'm not sure if you're taking this as literally as I am. Big challenges.
The mind of Tony Stark. I would not insult the gorilla.
Even he's smarter than that. Come on. That one Lollabarina has no idea what's going on over here. Big challenges. Big challenges would easily take a gorilla. It would not be any... There would not be a big challenge there for him. This one Lollabarina has had one of its claws tucked away so much that I'm just like, is this thing one-handed? I mean, I guess it would be six-handed as opposed to...
Laser.
Laser. Also, sorry, Greg, I thought you had ready. My bad, my bad. Also, I am the only melee option here. Focus on me, ma'am. I am your target. I will sacrifice myself to beat this gorilla. What I should start doing is if I start seeing anyone who's just like, well, the gorilla would win, I'd be like, do you play Monster Hunter? And then 100% of them will be like, yes. And I'll be like, you're thinking of Rajang. And Rajang is a fictional creature. I cannot stress this enough. Gorillas do not chew lightning. Hey, one down. 7 Lollabarinas to go. Stealth, have you watched Charlotte's Web? Also,
Yeah.
Gamer. Did you... What did you think of it as man with arachnophobia, might I ask?
Cartoon Spider was okay.
Yeah. They do her a lot of favors by just drawing her with a cartoon face instead of a spider face. You got it. I will shadow Gamer and bring out a parrot once we are done this hunt. I appreciate your patience. But yeah, thank you for the raid, Gamer. I appreciate it. I hope everyone's doing well. My name's Cahill. I'm an artist who likes playing games, like a Monster Hunter, and some platformers. I'll tell you one thing. If you're like, man, I would love to see a dumb person. Oh my god! Shout out. What is the thing though? Was Pig able to do that? I appreciate that, Pig. I don't know what you're playing, but I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, if I may offer something, some people, usually I'm like, I play like action games and some platformers. Specifically, next week, we will be starting 2 games in particular, which is Oblivion, which I've never played before. And I do mean the original one, not the remake, because I was like, why would I play... Listen, why would I get this whole game for $50 when I can get it for $5 and see if I like it to begin with? And then also Sonic 06, which I promised for a charity event, so I hope you will consider joining us for that. I will say, Gamer, you did just come in at the end of our talk about who would win in a fight. My contributions to 100 men versus 1 gorilla debate, of which I am firmly 100 men sided. So Stealth here is gorilla sided, but he also keeps giving the gorilla a gun. So it's like,
No, not the real one.
no, not for the one that matters.
In the funny ones.
In the funny ones. Listen, I'm just saying, I think that Leonidas and a third of the 300 would be able to take down a gorilla. Have any weapons. So that's the thing. I think it's the 100 men in either way. Weapons will just make sure it minimalizes the casualty in that version of the fight. Some of it, yeah. And to be fair, I've seen some people, one of my friends included, be like, like 5 men will die, and then it's victory from there. I'm like, no, I think maybe 90 men, because I think it'll take a few tries. But as long as there's one guy left, it's victory for the men, and you know, it's just one gorilla. It is one animal. That animal is a gorilla. I still think it's the man. And like, in comparison, because I looked it up, because like I've done this before. I did a whole stream where it's like, could I take this animal in a fight? Yes, no, maybe.
Of course. Come back.
But like, fucking, what was I completely lost my thought.
I heard from the others.
We're not talking to the others right now. We're talking about the gorilla. But like, okay, yeah, what I was going to say, and like, when I've done this before, I talked about wolves before, and I was like, I can take a wolf in a fight. And then I looked up how big a wolf is compared to a human, and I was like, I am gravely mistaken. Probably couldn't win that fight. But I was like, are gorillas much bigger than I'm thinking of? And the answer is, no, they're about as big as I'm thinking of, which is about the size of a grown man, or slightly bigger. And in that scenario, 100 men, 100 healthy men. We're all people who play games in our basement, so like, I get it. We can't do it, but 100 healthy men. All right, no more talking of gorillas. It's time to fight an octopus. So, up, you got it, Greg. I mean, we're just gonna. I'm gonna do this Zhu fight and then do the Gravios fight, and then I'll probably go crown hunting. So that works out. Thank you for joining, Greg. I hope you had fun. But yeah, and to anyone, oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for the parrot. Forgot that. Pig can't turn on parrots for me. But yeah, like, fucking, just, oh, I should have added, I haven't added Winton to a parrot yet. I should do that. Oh, I just realized, this is, I was gonna switch to a water weapon, and I was like, wait, that's not, that's the weapon it gives you, not the weapon it's weak to. Remember, friends, always give people remote access to your PC. They just want to help, and they're not, and they can't be there in person. So just make sure to download every remote access app you can find, just to make it easy, you know. But yeah, and like I've been talking with Stealthier a lot. There are animals which, no matter how many men you have, I don't think barehanded you're doing any damage to. Hippos, elephants, those sort large ones with much fat on their bones to absorb any brute force you might try to dish out. But gorillas aren't that. They're big and muscular and they're strong. But they are mortal. They're invincible. Get his ass, Stealth. No, I've never seen a gorilla die in front of me. and thus they cannot die.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, listen, and I can't think of one incident of a gorilla, you know, perishing in the last, like, I don't know, 10 years. They're pretty strong. No famous gorilla have died in like the past decade or so. They're all still alive.
Yeah, no.
No, it's never happened before. Also, like, I've seen people being just like, yeah, so a full-grown silverback gorilla, and I was like, okay, hold on. I don't think the answer changes that much, but why are we going straight to silverback? Because there is an animal that I know, like, in categorizing, its name is gorilla. Like, there is a gorilla that's just pure gorilla. Why would that not be our average gorilla specimen? Why are we going to the big boys? Just straight away. Also, on a very serious note to anyone who came in with the raid. Again, favoring it, and I will not let Stealth live this down. Because, like, something he did say is like the gorilla immediately starts attacking, and I'm just like, holy shit, Chris. It's like it pounces on the first man, they're dead, except that they're gone. And I'm just like, well,
I mean, this wasn't the Death Battle Arena rule set. And you were trying to get people to, like, talk about a plan, and I'm just like, alright, well, the gorilla's going to advance.
Okay, then fine, the gorilla advances, the 100 men are also bloodlusted and start charging at the gorilla all at once. I don't think the gorilla is wading through that sea of meat in an effective manner. Like, it's gonna get tired after, like, 30 of them tops. I think after 30 dudes, the gorilla will be like, I'm really tired. I couldn't take another guy. And then who comes along? Guy 31. And he just lost 30 friends. He's looking to get back in blood. So. But yeah. And again, I want to stress, it's like every time, I feel like part of the reason, like, I haven't been swayed to Side Gorilla is because the arguments I hear on Side Gorilla. Like, I've seen people be like, a gorilla can kill a man with a single flick of its pinky finger, and then what else? I was just, oh, and it's like, if you punch a gorilla, it'll do nothing. And it's like, why are we punching it? Like, punch to the back? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Why would you think that would do something? Are you thinking? Are you using your brain? I'm not talking to the people making the argument. I am talking to the people doing the fighting. Oh, hey, Odagero. I don't want to be mean. This is all in good fun, but yeah. I mean, listen. If we were in the scenario and the first guy goes up and delivers a punch directly to the gorilla's chest, I will be like, okay, well, I'm on side gorilla now. I'm sorry that I ever had my doubts.
And there's a non-zero chance that that happens. People
Yeah.
are not exactly the smartest either.
Yeah, well, that's stupid Jim, and he was always going to be he was always the sacrificial one. Beba, I don't know if you were here for me to say that. I have also, I and other people have made that argument. In the scenario that we need one guy to survive, the weight of 99 men will crush a gorilla on the ground. Ow. Also, again, switching topics, because I do feel like I thoroughly exhausted this, which, again, was the point of me saying it on stream, so that way I'm not thinking about it tomorrow. What was I just thinking of? Did you guys know? Stealth, did you know, gaming, all of Zhu Wu's weapons are named after famous assassins, including, I think, one of the bows being named after John Wilkes Booth.
Wow.
So, most of them are like, this is from ancient China, and it's like, I do not know ancient Chinese history or the people who have assassinated their emperors, so like, I wouldn't know that, but that is cool. But yeah, one of them is Booth. Sir, what are you doing? Sir, this is the strat the gorilla uses. It hangs on the wall indefinitely until the men exhaust themselves. Opposite of what I've been saying. Man, I don't know. Maybe it's just where this thing shows up in the game, and the fact that I only know him by reputation and haven't read the story itself. But this thing makes me think of the King in Yellow, or the cosmic horror character, as it were. Probably just because he's an eldritch monstrosity, fucking adorned in yellow and gold. He's got the tentacles. Stop it. Stop it. Stealth, are you okay?
Yep. Just trying to make him step in the shot crop.
Same. But he decided to stab at you from afar.
Yeah, the stab wasn't what got me though.
Nah. Was it one of his flying blades?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, listen, I think the gorilla versus 100 men fight is a very fun debate, but also don't get into internet fighting as a general rule. I say this amongst friends who knows I'm being, you know, just like I do not take it that seriously, but a general rule of thumb: do not talk to strangers on the internet. Maybe I shouldn't say that on Twitch.tv. Ow! Zhu, please stop stabbing me. Go upwards, upwards. Thank you. What was I just thinking of? Yeah, bang your head into it, idiot. You won't. You did. I've been playing Monster Hunter 3, and that game, like this game, you can basically just mash buttons, and you'll just keep kind of, you know, whacking them, which is good. In an old Monster Hunter, it'd be like, hit a button, you don't do the combo, and like, you take a minute to reset. But comparatively, I have forgotten. I've forgotten button combos in Monster Hunter Wilds. You can't just go into wild swing, huh? Sir, get back here. Are you about to get... If you come back down, I swear to gosh.
That was a windfall.
Gotcha. I missed! Also, can I just say... So I have been looking at resources online for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, right? Because, you know, they didn't used to give you any resources in a base Monster Hunter game. So I was just like,
Nico.
Exactly. So I was like, what are the key... Well, if I want to make progress, what are the key quests? And I've honestly 100%ed a good amount, so, like, I haven't just been doing key quests. But I was looking at that, right? And it's just like, okay, in the village, you have to do Mark of a Hero after you do all the quests. And then after you beat that, you fight Elatrion. And I was like, well, I want to fight Elatrion. So I unlock Mark of a Hero, and I'm like, neat, okay, perfect. And then they're like, oh, it's in the arena. And I was like, well, that'll be a little harder than I thought, because it's Legaia, Brachydios, and Rathalos all at once, and I'm like, ugh. But then, I'm just like, wow, I'm getting hit really hard for having decent armor and being late in the game. And having also already fought Legaia before. What is happening? Then I look it up. Apparently that quest in the village's high rank, which is labeled high rank, is actually a G rank level quest, and you need G rank level gear to fight it. So I don't know why they did that. Capcom? I don't have any barrels on me. You got anything stealth besides this?
No, this is all I got.
Also, I do love your Des bandages. In you and I, there's a Zhu. Ooh. Ow. I was like, if I commit to this, he's up. We're good. Yeah. That does make me afraid for Elatrion. So I'm just like, oh lord, am I going to get G rank equipment, barely beat Mark of a Hero? And then it'll be like, Elatrion, even harder. It's but even double G rank. But I have to. I demand I beat Elatrion in this game. Just like when I finally move on to Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, I'll be like, okay, I'm coming for your ass, Fatalis. You get back here. Stealth, do you want to talk about the thing you told me when the spring update came out?
What is that?
With the diva and new song.
Oh. I mean, we can.
Because I think we talked about that on stream. Oh, was that a crown? Did I have crowns, Juwu? Wait, let me see. Giant crown collector. I did not have that. Obtain a gold crown for 10 or more monsters. Okay. Well, Stealth, that's our first crown for the night. Also, I hope Pig is just pulling from a list of bots, because I do not see any text from these people in chat, so I hope I'm not missing people being awful in chat. Pink quest. Gravios.
This one gives you ingredients.
I will use a lucky voucher, and then I will switch to my Juwu X. There are a lot of bots lately. Are they in chat right now? They're hidden. Only mods can see them. Okay. I'm sorry I can't see them in my fucking Twitch mobile shit. More reason Twitch mobile sucks.
Boy, does it.
But I appreciate it. Pay. I mean, it is kind of nice that, you know, it apparently hides them even when I cannot directly mod them. So that's nice. If it's
Also,
not sure, just keeps them. What's up?
It appears that right now is tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Should we just do more Monster Hunter tomorrow? Should I have saved this stream for tomorrow?
I mean, that is up to you.
I might stream Monster Hunter tomorrow.
I know I'm gonna be fighting it.
I'm gonna listen. We're probably not gonna get all the rest of the crowns I need tonight, and fucking, I can do I have a funny feeling people will not come see me do art because it's not a popular category on Twitch.tv. So I can do one art stream instead of two. And then also next week I wasn't gonna do any Monster Hunter. So I didn't realize Monster Raid out. It is weird that they didn't just put him out with the spread. You think they would just, you know, give everyone singular reason to come check out the spring update, and then they're like, no, wait a minute, hold on.
No, they're gonna drip feed it.
Yeah. They don't want to overdose us on Monster Hunter, a thing that can happen probably, I'm guessing. I've never done a drug before.
If it could happen, it hasn't happened to me yet.
if it could happen, Nobu would have been first. We would have heard about it a while ago.
I think I have somewhere in the realms of like 1,500 hours in World.
Yeah, so it occurs to me I'm friends with several people who would have been victims of Monster Hunter long ago.
I almost reached HR 999.
We love to
almost.
See it. Those are the people who help you farm Fatalis, where they're just like, fucking, I've done everything. I will now help you hunt the hardest monster in the entire game, just because I fucking feel like it, and nothing else fills me anymore. This is all I can do to get my blood rushing.
He's already poisoned.
I know. You know, fine. I'll stick to. What longsword are you using?
Rappian.
Okay.
I'm playing the Sakura set, so it revolves around poison and foray.
You did tell me that. Maybe I should look into incorporating that set a little bit, especially since you were dissing my Lollabarina fit before.
No, I was just saying that's the reason why you're getting one shot by the tail flip.
What? Because I'm using.
That was the only thing I was saying.
Because I'm using an early game monster set, which has less good stats than later game monster sets.
Literally, yes.
What are you on right now, Cahill? That's exactly what I'm saying. No, don't charge at me, large man. Large Marge.
Large Marge in charge.
I like that you turned into my elemental discharge. Ow, but then he turned into me. Arch-Tempered was in World, right?
Yep.
That was a thing to know. Do you have good memories of fighting Arch-Tempered monsters stealth?
It's a real mixed bag.
What is the best Arch-Tempered monster you can remember? Like, what's a good Arch-Tempered experience?
AT Teostra and AT Namiel were both really fun.
It always surprises me, because I really was just like, you know, I've been through the wiki, I've played a number of games now. I feel like I've really learned about Monster Hunter, and save for like the mobile game stuff where they make up weird monsters that I'm not really a fan of, I know most of them. And then it was just like, there's a Elder Dragon in Monster Hunter World that you've literally never seen once before in your entire life. And I was like, that can't be possible. And then I saw Namiel, and I was like, I didn't know this thing existed. Sir, where were you hiding? Why do I not know about you?
But, do you want to guess who was literally the worst?
What was it, Lavasiev?
No, Lavasiev was... It wasn't Arctic Lavasiev, was it? Wait, that was a thing, wasn't it?
It's not just like Elder Dragons that can be Arch-Tempered, right?
Yeah, like, I mean... like in World that was the case.
But anyway, go on.
It was definitely Kushala.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, did it have, like, its classic, like, wind bullshit in that you couldn't really hit it? Or...
Yes, and.
Yes, and. So I imagine it hit like a truck, you didn't get much of a chance to hit it, and just generally a bad time for everyone involved.
Precisely correct.
That's always fun. Oh yeah.
You just didn't get to fight it.
Continuing on the train of thought a little bit, more so from what I was saying earlier, I apologize. I was like, Namiel, I haven't heard about it before, and it's a water elder dragon. And I was like, how many other, like, are there other better water elder dragons that just get brought up more? No. The only other, I looked it up, the only other mainline elder dragon that uses water element is Cedeus. That's it.
Hey, yeah.
So I'm just like, why the fuck do I not know about Namiel? Where has he been? Was he hiding? Also, is he like a, from what you know stuff, is he like Valhazak? Can he only be in world from what we know right now, or is there a possibility? Aw, beans. Aw, nuts.
Well, I mean, there's no specific reason. I thought you were just asking if he is.
No, I'm saying, like, are they just like, it can only exist in this environment, like some of the world monsters are? Or,
Not really. I mean, it fits the most in the Coral Highlands, but there's nothing saying it couldn't be elsewhere.
Yeah. It just showed up there in canon first, and then it's like, who knows where it'll show up? Maybe somewhere else. Probably not.
And to be fair, in the current biomes that we have, I don't see it having much of a niche anywhere in this game.
Besides flooded forest, but I mean, fucking.
No, not even there.
No.
It's not its vibe.
Maybe DLC then. I imagine with how much, like minimum one. I imagine with how much the environments are played up in the baseline of Monster Hunter Wilds, they'll cook up something real good for the DLC to be like, and here's where everyone else goes. Not necessarily like, you know, a catch-all, but a missing category we didn't realize. Honestly, I think here's the problem. If I say they should add a majorly oceanic water biome in the DLC, I feel like that leads into people being like, and bring back water combat, which I don't necessarily think they're going to do, even if it was a water biome. So maybe not that. Oh. Sir, please calm down. We just want your materials, and the rewards we get for killing you. I'm deflecting and should probably sharpen. I just wanted to keep doing that. I want chat to know. I was aware of what I was doing. I just saw no reason to change. I didn't get incinerated. That's nice. Stealth, have you ever had to burn documents before?
What?
Answer the question.
I mean, shred them for confidentiality, yeah.
Gotcha. We don't own a shredder here, so my family was like, we're having a bonfire. It's paper. And I was just like, is this something sketchy? And then like they were Target receipts or whatever. Not receipts, because I know those are made of different paper, but and it's like, we don't have a shredder. We gotta get rid of these. I have boxes of them. And I'm like, okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get down the shore, which I've said. I've said before how much I like going down to the beaches in Jersey this year. But I should have a fire. Nice fire, roast marshmallows. I broke parts. Stealth got 1 sneak attack. He's living up to his name. Also, I should... What's that? Ma'am?
Oh, KO, come back.
Is she... what? Is she in... or is it starting? Oh, it is.
Oh, I think it's the usual performance.
Ah,
not the
beans.
springtime one.
We'll see. It's a new stage. Does she alternate between them?
Wait. Yeah, this is the usual one. I think.
Oh, being... Boo! Give us the new stuff! No, I still like Viva. Yeah, when you told me about this, I was like, that's cool. Because, like, granted, it takes a lot of work just to dress up the area to begin with, but adding a little show is even more, which is pretty neat. Look at the cherry blossoms. I wonder if they had to, like, change the camera for the bass performance in the festival, given that she has a bunch of stuff around her now. So I just saw the Divas performance in the Spring Festival. Yeah, what about it? Well, the camera was in a tree literally the entire time. I love Chapel Roan. Alrighty. Stealth. I'm gonna go out and make a name for myself in the world. I'm gonna go see what people I can find and show them that I can make a name for myself. That name being you're big and I want to fight you. So, wish me luck, pal. Was I just thinking of? Oh, do job. Oh yeah, I should go to. I forgot. There can be a crowned guy in the Wounded Hollow. Hi, tall lady. Uppies? Oh, goodness. I would like it to be the end of the week already. Like, today wasn't bad, but... Oh, hey. Oh, poor Magala. Is that it? No, that's just a... That's not a tempered core Magala. It's just... Oh, but it does... It does come with a gem. I will save this as an investigation. In case I need a core Magala gem. I don't know what that's called, but... It's nice to get the guarantee. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the general and save some time. What is it? No. Alright, well, wait, I'm gonna check one more thing. Alright. I will say, one thing, well, one quote, because, like, today was just, pretty regular. Not good, not bad, regular, right? But one thing that did pique my interest, and talk about I'm sorry, was, the new episode of One Piece, which, like, I majorly enjoy the manga, so I don't necessarily watch the anime week to week, but I'd seen some clips and I was like, well, this was good. What's up?
I stepped away for a second. She's doing the spring performance.
Up. Another time. One day, tomorrow. But yeah, I watched the new episode of One Piece, and no spoilers for anything in the episode, but I actually don't know how they did it. I don't know how they animated that. I was saying in one Discord, I both think they used 3D somehow, but also could not tell you how they used 3D. Like, it's both this. There's no way this could be 3D, and then also this has to be 3D animation, because just the way certain things are. I said to Stealth, I was like, I think they just went to the island in One Piece and filmed this. If I'm being honest, I don't know how any living thing could animate this sequence of events. It was insane, and truth be told, it's not even, having read the manga, it's not even the climax of the story of the arc. So
No.
that's even
All
more
hell is
insane. I know. If that was the teaser, then I'm afraid someone's dead. I'm afraid I'm gonna, I'll go to a con and I'll be like, hey, so I really love a lot of the the animation you did for the Egghead arc. What, how are you able to accomplish that? It's mind blowing. And they'll be like, well, first we killed one of our interns, and using his blood sacrifice, we were able to gain unholy powers. And I'm just like, all right, well.
Cool.
I guess,
that's worth it.
I guess the laws in Japan are different. Didn't know they let that happen. No, I didn't say that. But no, they have electric goats in here. A small crown Cametries. Do I have small crown Cametries? What's up? Trees. I don't have any crown Cametries. I shall capture you. Be mine.
Oh,
what's
Golden Crown Guardian Vulgar.
Oh, are you able to save that as an investigation, or?
All my investigation slots are taken.
You need to curate stuff.
Yeah, how long are you here for? 24 minutes.
Okay, well.
I don't suspect the chicken will take that long.
You say that, we'll see. I'm not holding my breath. I literally, as you were just like, no, I cannot save it. It was like, plus start it, and now I cannot investigate it.
I would hope that you could kill the chicken in 24 minutes.
All right, let me pop.
I believe in you.
Let me prop some for performance-enhancing drugs.
It's a regular chicken, yeah?
Yeah. No, it is a tempered chicken.
Oh. Okay, well that's not so much more. Given that it is a chicken.
It is like basically the first monster you fight. If we use like Chadwick-Cabra as a stand-in for the Velociraptors.
Actually, Alma, you're right here. Talk to me.
I mean,
What can I get rid of?
If you don't want to get rid of it, I'm not gonna blame you. If you're just like, no. Sucks to be you, Cahill. You fool. You shouldn't have engaged with the chicken. Also, is it a large crown Anjanath or a small crown Anjanath?
Large.
Oh, it's a big T-Rex. On the size of Jurassic Park to Godzilla, how big would you say he is compared to you?
Yeah, pretty big.
It's a big boy. Let me do an offset attack. Oh, now you do an attack I might be able to offset. You cock. Literally.
I swear to fucking God.
No. You've been rude to me recently. You didn't say anything about my new outfit.
Alma, I'm going to throw you into the Dragon Door. I do not care. I will find a new handler, even if it's the one from World.
Those are strong words. I'm probably almost done. I cannot see if it's a skull yet, though. There we go. I'm sorry, Stolf. All right. To the T-Rex.
And now my work here is done.
You didn't do anything. Stealth when the first 5 guys are able to kill the gorilla. Well, I've done all I can do. Oh, fuck!
What?
So you, just the Rathalos landing next to me.
Hello!
Hi! Don't attack me.
I'm here to eat the chicken.
Okay, that's fine. Go for it. So where is Alma? Where's my Alma?
Okay, I'm gonna go assault a T-Rex.
You got it. I'm gonna go look for... Is there a way to call... Can I whistle for Alma as opposed to Richard?
No.
No. Okay, I guess I just gotta... I'll travel to a camp. Oh, you should be here, right? No, I have to go to... Oh, nope, she is.
You can talk to Alma out in the wild. It's just...
I know, but I could...
an ordeal to do it.
It's just like, is she... She's... Oh, okay.
Understood.
I wait to see.
Right.
But yeah, it's like Alma is only present when she wants to be in front of a monster. Any other time, don't count on it.
The T-Rex is at the bottom.
I guess you two should get along just fine then, huh?
Yeah, considering I'm on top.
Oh, okay. Oh!
I'm happy to help anytime.
Yeah, considering I love banging T-Rexes. Oh!
Yeah. I love Jurassic World.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you in real life. Also, I love how initially I was like, are there any sexy T-Rexes? And I was like, Bowser. And I'm like, that doesn't really count, but I also feel like it does, you know? Like, if we're talking, as far as we're talking about sexy dinosaurs, is there true... Oh, I
The
just...
quest has begun.
I'm the dumbest motherfucker. I'll be there in a minute. Oop. Just my fucking... I re-upped my food, and I was like, well, time to head out into the world, forgetting I needed to wait at the quest counter. Oh! And you know what? I use a lucky voucher because it has a guaranteed gem. That's pretty cool. Hey, that's pretty neat. Hey, Stealth. I'm not going to go through this all on stream for multiple reasons. Have you ever done Pokemon Smash or Pass in your own time? Because you've posted tier lists in the Discord before.
Well,
Yes.
Juice and Magenta asked me to do
Stream
that
it.
in Discord long ago.
back when it was the hot topic of things people were doing.
Yep.
That's
And
fair.
it started a huge meme that I almost never lived down until, true to form, they forgot.
I should leave it. I should leave it buried, lest they maybe see even a clip of this, of me even mentioning Pokemon Smash or Pass. That is a big T-Rex. Hi, Mr. T-Rex.
Oh, another one.
I'm leaving. Is Barney sexy? Should we be asking that question?
This is time out to think about what you've done.
Holy shit, is that okay? It's like, is that a big Odegaron or is it perspective? Perspective.
It's not a check.
Yeah. he just I came around a corner having not seen him before, and with that I was just like, wow, he's massive. And then it's like, oh no, he's just close. I make that reference so much. I'm pretty sure it's Gravity Falls. I don't know if I've said this on stream before or not. Of like, you know, whenever I'm being like, is that really small or is it perspective? Perspective! Perspective! Ow! I need to play World, but Stealth, in World, is Odegaron implied to be tougher than an Anjanath or not?
He's later in the game.
That's fair. But that could also just mean he's a bigger bitch than Anjanath is. Sir, let us fight you. Tumbling forward. And Odegaron, why are you still here?
The Pitbull wants beef.
Apparently, do people consider Odegaron a pitbull?
That's just like the from the Monster Hunter video of all time.
Gotcha. That's on me. I didn't understand Self's cultural reference. I have truly failed at my friendship duties. Like I said before, you sold me on crown hunting being fun in this game, which makes me sad that it's not fun in any other Monster Hunter game. I'm just reloading the same quest over and over and over. Is it bigger yet? No. Okay. I'm thinking of in 3 so far. I've only seen silver crowns. I don't know if they have silver to gold crown, or if it's just like that's the crown icon to show you have seen a big boy. They are also rarer, so. From Nobu, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the open zone philosophy of Wilds and like the binocular stuff was in part, you know, it like that they were thinking like that. Oh, it did drop a tail, and it does guarantee a gem, which could be in the tail. Do you keep your gem in your tail, Anjanath? He does not.
Another fun thing about wearing the seasonal set is that you just get Carver Pro for free.
Ooh. You are excellent. You are excellent at slicing meat. Weirdly related to what I was literally just saying. Speaking of good animation, if y'all haven't seen the Gaslight District yet, go check it out. I gave for Glitch's first series, Murder Drones, a chance. It wasn't really for me, personally. But between Amazing Digital Circus and this, they can make some good animated series. It's real good. Hi, Gamer. Gamer, have you seen the Gaslight District? I will say it is gross. There are some moments in that animated pilot where it's like, ugh. You got your gem already.
The T-Rex?
Gamer, don't teabag a T-Rex. They're endangered, I think. Something like that.
They are now.
They currently are. A gem. Stuff's a gem, I can say that for certain. In the Girl Boss District, aren't we all? Well, you say that, Beba. Gaslight District kind of is Girl Boss District. That do be the main character. So. But yeah, it has a great animation style. Honestly, I guess one way I could compare it via references would be like Tim Burton, if he was animated like Spider-Verse. But even then, that's too limiting. So yeah, like I've definitely seen things that are aesthetically similar in a lot of ways, but one, it's animated is a whole different level, and two, what was I thinking of? It very much does have its own thing going on. So give it a shot. We love supporting indie animation. Also, speaking of, there's another thing. I think it's Adam Driver, that guy, if you know him. He is very good at spreading information, just in general. As far as I have seen and know, Adam Driver has made a career for himself out of spreading factual information before, which is, you know, neat and a useful service in this day and age. But he's working on his own animated pilot on Kickstarter, so I know not everyone is like, well, I have plenty of money, but if you haven't heard of it, consider checking it out. It's called the title thus far is Umber Actually. They love yaoi, so if you like yaoi, consider that. It's a big selling point of theirs.
Should we check it out?
Alma, we were at the Grand Hub for like a whole day.
What?
Where were Alma was just like, there's a special event at the Grand Hub. Should we check it out? And I was like, are you okay, Alma? We were there. Do you not remember?
Well, it just started. What do you want from me?
I want to check it out more. I want to give my object permanence more of a chance to remember it. Please. Isn't it? I thought that. Oh, it is. Oh, wait, no. I swore. The exit out. I'll just teleport there. To the Ice Shard Cliffs. Ice Shard Ice. Wait, actually. Let me see something real quick. Because right now, the only thing there is Nursilla and Blaganga. I do need small Nursilla. I need a small Blaganga. Okay, we'll go. We go.
Ichi Sunshine Yon?
But yeah, sure, why not?
We go!
I have said this before. I feel like, well, much as I failed to recognize Stealth's references, and I apologize for that previously already. I feel like so many of them are specifically, do you know this anime opening by heart? Well, you should. And to be clear,
that is the time skip One Piece opening. It is the spiritual successor to We Are, We
which
Go.
love. Another thing now. I do conversely love Us from the end of Wano. I thought that was a good one. Which isn't necessarily related to either of those two, but it is just another pronoun. So it's also really well and more good animation. Oh my goodness. Stealth, let me ask you something. Do you like animated properties of any kind?
No.
Oh, okay. Fucking, I got. You want? I got 2 silver crowns here. Both of them large, so that doesn't help at all. But just like, the hell, did you want to? No? Okay. Fucking get out of here! Get it. They don't give you rewards for having silver crowns. Just the gold crowns.
Going for gold.
I'm going. I miss Stealth. Where's Gold? I miss her.
Check your map when you're ready.
In the Forgotten Lands.
Aw, beans. I forgot how to get there though.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Man, I know there's a whole kerfuffle with Switch 2 and Nintendo and economy and the world's collapsing, but also consider they are adding more silver. Get out of here. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like there is more Kirby and Forgotten Land content coming out, so maybe life is okay. If y'all haven't played it, I think Kirby and Forgotten Land is like
Anything a monster leaves behind.
Game of the Year material. Except it did come out of the same year as Elden Ring. So like, that was always going to be an uphill battle. But for me, when I did my first playthrough of the two, I like Kirby more, which I mean to be fair is in part to do with, Elden Ring being decently hard if you've never played it before. So I don't know if anyone's talked about this before, but Elden Ring can be a little hard. I'm gonna Switch 2 at launch. I wouldn't go that far. Granted, the new DK game, depending on who you are, that might be worth it, but
Nicky Kang.
For multiple reasons, I probably won't be getting the Switch 2 at launch. And I mean so for example, when do I have both?
Oh,
go on.
Smallest Ajarkon.
Smallest Ajarkon?
Yeah.
All right, post it. Alma, are you here? You are.
Still definitely take 100 humans.
Damn. Well, Jarkon's different. Fire breathing ape is both a Yu-Gi-Oh card and a wildly different situation.
I'm gonna hit it.
You got it. Do that.
I'm happy to help and write.
But yeah, like when the Switch 1 came out, Breath of the Wild, which was a you know,
Understood.
a cool new entry to a series I was neck deep in at the time. Like that was fueling me to get a Switch as soon as possible. But conversely, the sequel I'd want that's coming with the Switch 2 is Metroid Prime 4, and that is coming to Switch 1. So I can just get that. Also, speaking of, I finished my second ever playthrough of Metroid Prime, and I loved it even more than I did the first time. And I liked it a good amount the first time. And now I'm starting to play Metroid Prime 2, and so far, I don't necessarily like it as much. I'm early in the game. I think it's mostly just environments so far. Where are you going, Alma? What the fuck? She just left!
Bye.
Oh, so if it has said quest start it, I have not seen it yet. There we go.
It has.
There we go. Oh, and it's in the Wounded Hollow. But yeah, I think it's mostly just the environment. Because so far the environment of, like, I've done the first area. And so far the environment of Metroid Prime 2 is wholly wasteland covered in spider webs. And I mean, like, listen, call me a prude, but that's not my idea of a good looking place. So. That is a wildly small Ajaricon. Stuff, let me ask you something. Do you know, I don't know how to, I know its name is like related to Quetzalcoatl, but do you know that one pterosaur that's as big as a giraffe? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Do you think 100 men could take Quetzalcoatlus?
No.
No. Not under any No. Like, even if we were like, okay, Quetzalcoatlus, you can't fly for this fight.
See, that'd be a bit different.
What? Okay, so flying okay. No, we will not talk about this extensively. Could 100 men take down
comboing you, begins pillar comboing you, begins pillar comboing you.
What was I just thinking of? We won't get into this too much, but could 100 men take a giraffe stealth YN?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It is big, you know, like an elephant or what have you. But
its legs though are a problem.
Exactly. Like, the thing it would use to attack is also its biggest weakness, which is to say, much like how I proposed the gorilla would go down, the moment the giraffe falls over, it's not going to end well. So, yeah, I think most people are aware enough to say that giraffes are in fact much more delicate creatures than any of the other ones currently up for discussion. Not that hippo is even really up for discussion, because it's a fucking hippo. No. Hippo's done. We can argue about gorillas till the cows come home, which we are also not fighting, because cows are nice. We've done enough to them, but...
And we'll continue to do enough to them.
I know, but hippos are a done deal. I just realized I don't know if you remember, when you got your small crown of Jarkin, was it here or was it in the oil well basin?
Hey, fuck if I remember.
You don't remember small gorilla?
Not specifically, no.
Hey, Stuff, I have a question. Were you going for Fujitora with that look or no?
No, but it definitely fits him.
Yeah, with the purple cape, and you don't really have like a helmet on. Is that the fit with the bandages, or is that another one? Because you do kind of blind swordsman with cape is purple cape specifically. I remember this, what's that?
I thought he was gonna do it again because he was enraged. He didn't though.
No. He's just solar bashing. He's too small. He doesn't know how to get enraged. He's just a baby. He does know how to get fucking parried like a filthy casual though. Together! I've seen this one guy's videos while I've been scrolling on through, talking about how in One Piece he's kind of disappointed because obviously, and this is not a spoiler, Zoro's goal is to beat Mihawk and be the best swordsman in the world. And I mean, if you don't know that, then you haven't been watching One Piece ever at all. Like, not a spoiler. They introduced Mihawk wildly early on, and he was saying he's kind of disappointed because he feels like Zoro hasn't fought a swordsman since his first fight with Mihawk, really. Like, Zoro has fought people who hold swords, but none of them...
I mean,
go on.
he's fought Ryuma.
Oh, he has fought Ryuma. Yeah, but I do think his larger point was, like, in general, I would like Zoro to have more pure swordsman fights before, you know, he has to fight Mihawk again, which I do think is fair. I also don't think it's going to happen. Just with where we're at in the series.
I mean, he's also fought S-Hawk. Oh, well, that's
that's a spoiler, and also, I don't know if that really counts for spoiler reasons. But it does raise a good point, because, you know, you could be like, well, Das Bones, oh, no, he's not a swordsman. He is a man who is a sword.
He's a sword man.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're like Kaku, and it's like, Kaku's the swordsman of CP9, kind of, but, like, it's not like he's using the 9 powers and shit, like, you know, he isn't, like, purely like, I've used swords to fight, that's it. It's just swords are part of the things he uses to fight, which goes for a lot of Zoro's other opponents, if not more so for his other opponents, because, you know, they'll be holding a sword. But
Second in command and has sword.
yeah, exactly. Owns a dog and a sword. I remember that very well. For some reason, I don't even remember his name, but I think it was Zoro enemies, and I'm like, well, there was that one guy in Skypiea. He had a dog. It wasn't very good at fighting, if we're being honest. Oh, One Piece. They're good. Oh wow, I got some big boys. I don't know if they're gold crown, but they look big. Wait, that's a small crown tempered Rathian? That's wild. I'm gonna save it real quick, make sure it's not going anywhere. It's currently fighting in a Jarga con. Oh, Barge Bacon. Oh wait, let me change out my equipment and then I will go fight it.
The Rathian.
Rathian. Wait, do I have a small Rathian? I don't think I do. I think I just have a large Rathian. But let's see.
Good idea.
Rathian. Nope, just large. So this will be the complete Rathian. The Wrath of Ian. Oh, I hope I haven't upset Ian. Stealth, let me ask you.
Gay and then lose.
So let me ask you something. Who's someone you'll never forgive for no matter what? Go
Someone I'll
on.
never forgive no matter what?
Yeah. This is not a real question. You don't have to answer this.
Well, I did have an instant real answer.
What's that? Go on.
I mean, my first thought was Trump.
There's, you know, that's fair. Real and fair.
And then the list continues on from there for the people that let him get this far.
A very large continuing list.
Oh yeah, a huge list of grievances.
I feel like if I have to, if I don't want real answers, I shouldn't make bit out of ask deeply personal question expecting someone to decline it. So, but you have
Yeah, I'm
that.
kind of an open book.
Yeah, that is, and you want to know something? You're valid for that and for the answer you gave. So, Jeff, is a common zoo go-to activities that seems to. I don't know how long it. Oh, I was just reading. I realized Gamer had commented recently, and I was like, "What did they say?" And they're saying that like people just kind of fucking feed giraffes by hand, so they're not wildly dangerous. I don't know how long ago they said that, but yeah, they're valid.
Crying
Okay, I'm going to. I am, and I think I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it. Holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
And just. He's not a crown or anything. I do not have dung bombs, do I? I do not. A Rattalo showed up. Out of nowhere. But anyway, I'm gonna say One Piece spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers for, like, for a side character throughout the series, don't listen for a minute. It's so wild that Kaku is the second character we see both eat a devil fruit and awaken it. Like, we've only seen two characters do that, and one of them is Kaku. Crazy.
Oh.
What's up?
Are we still saying One Piece spoilers?
Yeah, you can. I figured.
Um.
And also you gave a heads up, so like, you know.
The funniest thing from this last episode is whenever Luffy is grabbing Kizaru, you see fucking Kaku in the fucking scene, and he just looks annoyed. He doesn't look surprised or anything. He just looks annoyed.
Do you think he's annoyed at Luffy or Kizaru in that situation?
Yes.
He hates everyone involved in what's happening, which is, I mean, honestly, it's pretty valid, you know, given
Just trapped in a bubble, can't
Exactly.
do anything about it.
If I was Kaku in the Egghead, honestly, more so than any other part of the anime, I relate to Kaku and Egghead, because he was like, oh man, I don't want to do any of this, and then all of it happens. Poor him. But anyway, yeah. Honestly, if you just like animation and you're just like, I don't care about like out of context One Piece spoilers, go watch the new episode, because fucking again, just some of the most legitimately insane animation I've ever seen, period, end of sentence. And someone in one Discord was just like, well, that's what happens when you take a break, and I was like, I don't think you understand. They could have taken a year to make this one episode. I still don't know how they would have done it. And I can't stress this enough again. It's not even the climax of the arc, so.
Oh no, not even near.
I
close.
hope we have more of that sauce left in the pan. I wouldn't blame them if they didn't, but like, you know.
Oh no, just looking at the preview for next episode, they definitely do.
They give Vincent Chasnar, which I apologize to the other animators because that's the one everyone calls out by name, but they gave him and the crew just copious amounts of cocaine against the advisement of literally everyone. And
the law.
and it just, the results speak for themselves, truly. fucking the animators for the Egghead arc of One Piece go to the doctor and they're like, "What's this?" And they're like, "Well, that looks like some lead-based paint, some cocaine, and a bunch of hallucinogenics," and they eat them all at once. I'm ready to animate, boss. Let me in. Let me into the pen. You know, one thing I do like about Hammer is the one thing it is both a philosophy I carry with me in life and something everyone who talks about Monster Hunter weapons on the internet says, which is that all Hammer knows to do is bonk, and they do it very well. They're very focused on that, and they're very good at it. I fear not the man who has practiced 1,000 bonks once, but one bonked 1,000 times. Yeah. Honestly, I'm both sad. If the college I went to was still open, and I was still going there, I'm sad this episode didn't come out during that time, because I would have gone in the next day and be like, so everyone in class is going to see this. You don't have a choice. If you're not caught up, that's on you. Alright, capture time. Get in the Pokeball, Miss Rathian. Do it or a stealth will get you.
There's still time.
There's still time. So I'll make a man Taylor. 1 second. Man, I gotta say, as someone with severe allergies, I should really have a primary care doctor to give me inhalers. But, that hasn't happened. Me adulting, I can't make calls to doctors. I die on the floor like a real millennial. Lord, there's one video I saw someone in a compilation, and you know, the base of the video was someone being just like, millennials when, and then someone responded, it's like, I've seen 5 financial crashes since I was born. You cannot make fun of me in a way that matters. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Gyro Khan, I don't want to fight you, man. Leave me alone. Alright. We will make... Actually, let's check this one in Pompolo, and then we'll make our way to the flooded forest, because I think I have all Gravios, but I do not have... I don't think I have any Rompompolo. Richard got... Rompompado. I'll say it a million times. Because, like, there are many... there are valid points to criticize this game about, not least of all performance, but, I'm in love with the new monster designs. And I feel like one reason I should say that is because I think about modern state of Pokemon, and I'm like, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. And you lose a lot of them. Nope, that's a regular Rompompolo. Stealth, let me ask you something. Are you excited for Mega Charizard C? No. Why not? Why not, Stealth? You don't want Mega Charizard C?
No.
Would it make you feel better if you threw in Mega Bulbasaur X?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm out of options. Hi, Apollo. Nice cabbage. Mate. There's a thing, none. Yeah. Stealth, can I say something here on stream in front of chat for you?
That's some lechuga? That
Oh
isn't a
my
cabbage.
goodness. First to stealth, I must say, I'm excited for football this week, and cannot wait for that. Also, hi Zaid.
Yeah, me too, because that would mean the week is over.
I feel that. Zaid, how are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good. I'm crown hunting and monster hunter. I don't know if you saw that, but that doesn't mean I'm just kind of like wandering. So I wanted to let you know before you're just like, time to boot up the game. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. Zaid, I have been meaning to ask you something. I don't want to just DM you about this, but I want to ask
DM me
you.
anytime.
You got it. But have you seen Iron Mouse's latest video where someone's like vocally analyzing her, or no?
Yes, I've seen that one.
Okay.
I think I saw it live. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Cause
What does that mean?
So like it's someone
there's a
who
lot of vocal coaches and stuff like
Yeah.
her voice
So
when she's singing.
it's a voice actor, and like
This
they
is a
start.
voice actor, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a series on like well, not impressions, but like making voices. So they're analyzing streamers, and it's like this is how they talk, yada yada yada. So and like they've even voiced Iron Mouse in a cartoon that someone did, right?
Fan animation.
Yeah, so like they have some experience voicing that. Why am I going after Arkfeld? I have all Arkfelds. I have okay. No, Flooded Forest has nothing for me. Oh no.
Why are you here?
But that's a great question, Zaid. Anyway, but I just lost my shit at the video because during it the vocal coach calls out a thing Mouse does specifically that she ends
I
a
know what you're
lot
talking
of
about.
she ends a lot of her words with so something be like oh
Yeah.
no like stuff like that.
And then she like cries for help, and it's like help!
Help! Oh no, Jesus!
She gets stuck in a loop. She's like, I'm doing it, and I can't even cry for
I
help.
know, and she just starts screaming. And also, she has a model which is made to look like her plush, like marketable
It's literally
plush.
just 3D
Exactly.
scanned plush,
So
yeah.
she's literally crying in agony. It's a plushie. And I think I'll watch that clip 3 times now because it's very good.
Very good.
Just the way she is stuck in a legitimate mental loop, and then she just starts screaming.
She just keeps screaming help, I don't know. But
And I was like, well, I have to talk to someone about this. Zaid, have you seen the new One Piece episode? Let me ask you about that instead.
I don't know where we are, but I'm caught up on the manga, or I'm one behind on the manga. So.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
you're- Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're caught up for the, and I would Stealth. Do you know what the current episode number is? Because literally just scroll to the bottom of Crunchyroll. But
I can look at it.
yeah, I mean,
What
Zaid,
happened?
I have been going on for the last hour about how I think the animators actually blood sacrifice someone to achieve like to be clear, Zaid.
So you're saying I should watch it?
Yes, I undoubtedly. It's like because I like these chapters of Egghead that the thing is currently covering, right? I would not say they are slouches of chapters whatsoever.
Oh no, I loved all of it. It's so
yes.
full of stuff.
And to say that this one episode of One Piece, and specifically the animation I'm thinking of, makes that and also every other piece of animation I've ever seen in my life look like it was made for chumps. That's an understatement, maybe, actually. Again, I don't know how. I can't stress enough, I don't know how they did it. I physically impossible don't know how they did it. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably just start from 1124 and go to 1127.
I mean, I'm just thinking about the latest
Gotcha,
one,
gotcha.
but again.
Yeah, but like it's all peak. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
that is true. Like they did.
Which
on.
main character is fighting? Because that's usually a fight scene. That's
We have said this, so spoilers, but it is Kizaru, so it is that fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to specifically say the enemy
There-
just in case that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got 2 fights in
Well-
in those 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said this Stealth because I think in the next chapter specifically, Luffy uses one of my favorite attacks he's ever made, and they didn't even get to that part yet. And I should probably watch it before I went to bed because I watched it at lunch on work today, and I was like, I don't think was that real? Was what just happened? He entered a kind of fever dream, where like Luffy was a real I could swear Luffy was a real person at one point. like they swing the camera around Luffy, and I don't think they used 3D, but I also don't know how else you'd make Luffy look so three-dimensional while also making him look as cartoony as he does in that fight specifically. And then also
James Baxter to do another turnaround shot.
they might, well, I think so. James Baxter, Vincent Chasnar, Hayao Miyazaki, and Vincent Van Gogh. They did one of the four-way fusion dances from that Dragon Ball game.
They brought back Van Gogh from the
exactly.
animator.
I mean, have you ever, not Van Gogh, Da Vinci? No, Van Gogh was right. I was right the first time.
Either
I'm an
one
idiot.
of those are artists.
Yeah. Cahill, both of them are artists. But have you ever? I don't expect either of you to be like, oh yes, I'm in those circles frequently. I know what you're talking about. Do you know about the Van Gogh biography that was animated on oil paintings or no?
Nope.
They animated a biography for Van Gogh, and they did it all using oil paints on canvas to make each individual for it. Yeah. So I would definitely I would in many ways compare just the color palette to that episode to that. Yeah. Like, I could talk about the one part in specific that my mind immediately goes back to, but, like, fucking... I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, because even if you read the chapters, you know, they've done a good amount of, like, filler stuff for the fights in the animated parts of Egghead, but I don't blame them, because the specific way those fights work out, like, a lot of people said when they were drawn in the manga, it's like, well, these need to be animated more than anything else ever. And I think it as a matter of adapting shit, you know, they did a good job by being just like, we're gonna kind of go off script here, because we're able to do stuff that Oda wasn't able to do as a single man drawing a manga. So they did good, and this is coming from someone who would criticize the One Piece anime for its pacing and the places it deviates from the manga. So with that in mind, I hope when I'm like, no, they should have, they were so right. I hope that carries a little bit of weight. There are little... Anyone? There are little guys. Wait, no, come back. What are you? Get back here. I don't care about crowns anymore. Does anyone else see this? Is it picking up on stream? They're just little dudes. I think I can capture them. Wind Rustler. Okay. I've never seen those before. I mean, they were literally as high as a blade of grass, so. Probably a reason for that, but still. She gathered some materials too. Wow.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, the little lizards?
Yeah, little lizards.
Okay.
They're cute.
He was ordering food, and I wanted to get. I just ate, but I did want to get something sweet and a biscuit. So
Was I think my so for anyone who doesn't know, my mom was recently at doctor's, which is why I was like, personal event, can't do important stream this week because like she was just there and had stuff done. It's fine, but then she was like, hey, can you pick up dinner? And I was like, you got it. And she was like, it's cheap chicken night. And I was like, you got it. And usually my family gets one bag of cheap chicken. And I was like, I want all the chicken. Give me 2 bags of cheap chicken. So and they showed up and they're like, did you get 2? And I was like, I want the chicken. And then they made like 2, and then they were like, and we have 2 pots of mac and cheese. And I was like, I did not consider that when I got 2 bags of chicken. But, you know. You work hard, eat hard. That's the eternal hermit way or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a nerd. I don't watch anime.
Okay. That got me out of nowhere. Sorry.
I know, I'm happy. No, Zay,
Yeah.
you know what? Stop laughing at my stream. You, how could you do this
okay.
to me?
Serious face turning on now.
Okay.
I'll never laugh again.
Yeah. All right, so the Cinder situation. Dot.
I mean, that's literally what my post was about.
Yeah, no,
don't wanna-
I did remember that.
Yeah.
Again, that was another thing at work. I was like, I don't need like someone's like 19 Google documents, and I was like, I don't actually, I don't actually have, I physically don't have time for that on a quite literal level. But
I think
then,
Buff just said it.
yeah,
Good enough, so it's like, dude,
no,
fuck you.
she did some bad stuff, but that's not funny. Not.
I mean, it could be worse.
It
but
could,
it's still
it
bad.
could, but you shouldn't have to say that when it's so bad. Like, you're right, Zaya. And there have been worse things, and we shouldn't even have to be like, exactly. We shouldn't have to be like, it could be worse, but fucking even saying that's more of a state on online in general than anything. So.
How dare I take any enjoyment out of this channel? You're so right, Paul.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry you've been enjoying things. That's on me. But I am excited to. Oh, go on.
Like, I saw a lot of people like using it to like gain clout and stuff, and I just wanted to say my piece and
Yeah.
not like connect it to anything and just say
No.
it generally. That's just why I don't mention anything about what's happening.
I don't-
I'm just like,
In terms of like
this is
actual like
the way
idol,
I feel.
yeah. In terms of like actual idol VTubers, like Iron Man so far is like the only person I've really like followed and like regularly enjoyed the content of. So like I don't know most of those people from Adam, like, right? But I still just like
That was great. She's a chaos gremlin, but she's
but like, so I was just like, I've heard of her. I don't really know, but like, like, you know, can someone give me like a 2-sentence summary of what happened? And that took a while to find, if I'm being honest, but
there were a few one-sentence summaries even.
yeah, but also it's kind of like what you said, where it's like there are worse things, and I was like, is there like several layers to it, or is it literally just like, no, she was being generally just kind of awful.
She was doing like mean girl high school shit.
Yeah.
To get ahead, essentially, and stabbed a lot of people who thought they were friends in the back.
Yeah, honestly,
is the short summary.
that should be enough, because like I watch, not Mean Girl. I don't think I know the plot of the difference between Mean Girls and Heathers, if I'm being completely honest. But like, yeah,
She wasn't being an adult. She was literally just using her so-called friends as rungs.
But yeah,
to climb.
I'll see characters like that in pieces of media, and I'm like, wow, you're actually I like you less than the villain. So, you know what,
Yeah.
Well,
And
listen.
I mean, there was other stuff in there too, like
Yeah.
she cheated on her SM.
Oh,
at
that's
some
always
point.
fun. Oh my, I think. Oh right, I was editing a VOD.
Not
the other.
physically, I should say. It was
No,
via
but-
text, but still bad.
Yeah, that does. This is so weirdly connected to. I was literally editing a Monster Hunt. Why am I? Stop look. I need to remember the monsters I got. This is why I still had a physical list. Anyway.
Yep.
Uh,
I would
Yeah, you
never
should have, like, a
remember
doc.
otherwise.
You should
yeah,
have a physical
I
copy of
should.
this, too.
All right, I'm gonna go to oil again. I think I might just. I need to double check. Well, actually, let me go to the camp, because let me check out with Tuna if he shows
Is it
up.
weird that that's one of the reasons I wish I had a second monitor, is just so I could have a list of things?
That
I
is-
should
you're
do
so valid
a
for that,
thing on
honestly.
another monitor.
Wait, there's a Mizutune. Is it tempered? Dude, get Rathian. I've had enough of you. Like, literally, I've had enough. I've physically gotten enough from Rathian. Anyway,
Yeah. Your thought on when you were editing a Monster Hunter video.
which is that I like. All right, I think it was the first time I was crown hunting, and that, and that, and like it crashed, right? But you weren't there, Zaid, and I was like, well, I have to find like a good point where I'm cutting it off so
I
it
think I
doesn't
was
just.
lurking for a minute,
Yeah.
but I don't. Yeah.
But well, no, you were in call, and then you were
Oh, I
like,
wasn't call, okay.
yeah, and like I was like, well, I need to cut this at some point, so like I complete a thought and I don't just get cut off in the middle of a sentence. So I was looking for that, and where I decided to cut it off was you saying like, yeah, well, Cottontail makes a cuck of Ray Navarez Jr., and I was like, well, I don't know what that's about, and I'm not going to ask any more questions. So. And then you reveal that about current VTuber Andromeda. I was like, this was why I wasn't asking anymore. Sometimes it's real, sometimes it's too real. So.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. I'm sure that's a bit they do, but still.
No, it's accurate.
Yeah. It is a bit they do, yeah.
And accurate.
And accurate. So.
If you know about Cottontail's like full like,
thing, yeah. I have glanced at her stuff once at least, which makes me aware that she has a brand. So.
Yeah. But she's also just sweet too.
Yeah. Well, and we should all say fingers crossed, given it's just like you can say that about a lot of people online, and then it's just like, secretly.
I don't know, like, if there is any more people like that in that friend group, I can't imagine that they're gonna.
Hopefully, they get Total Drama Island voted off the island very soon. So.
It's just I've literally watched like a few of them all like shed tears on stream about what's recently happened. So it's like it's hard to believe that a lot of like any of them are the same way.
I will say we are talking about this way more than I thought. I was making a joke. Anyway,
there's one imposter left.
The round isn't in. There's one imposter left. Oh god.
Just breathing heavily. As I just thinking of, I will say one of the things I saw was like part of what she like, because for anyone who doesn't know, and it's just like, why are you tickling my balls, Cahill? Which is a thing you keep saying. Stop saying you're tickling people's balls.
Why are we? I mean, yeah, we're very much dancing around.
But yeah, she was just generally being very manipulative to a lot of people who could accurately be described as co-work, like just toxic relationship stuff in what should be a professional environment in many ways. But. I was going to say, one of the things I saw was like she was doing that stuff to get like collabs to grow, and I was like, that's, if anything, that's the kind of stuff I avoid as like a viewer, because like I prefer to watch people when they're just playing with their friends who appear on the channel regularly and are their friends, because I'm just like, hooray, friendship. I don't like just like we're collabing because they're related. Me too. Like that, I think I'd rather just see a pair of buddies hang out. If anything.
But I mean, I think she was trying to make it more than that. Like at first, like obviously, like a lot of these did start probably as collabs, but then I think they thought they were friends.
Yeah. Like, well, that's what I'm saying. No matter what, it started from a bad place to begin with. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, wow.
I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with seeking
with one,
out collabs, but I agree with you. Like, if I ever was to seek out wanting to do something with somebody who was like above me, I would want to do it off stream first.
Yeah.
And if we don't click, we don't click.
Yeah. No, to be clear, to use it, I was saying she was using bad tactics to go about that to begin with. Not that I think no one should have collabs, but then I also think it's ironic because, like, as just a humble viewer, that's not even like the kind of stuff I'd go for. I would be like, no. I'd rather see you play with your buds, whether or not they're. It's like, all right, everyone. Today we're playing with Iron Mouse and my friend Joe, who works at Radio Shack. I hope everyone's looking forward to this. It's like, oh fuck yeah, I love Joe from Radio Shack. I love when he.
The thing. I mean, I agree with you to some extent, but it's also so interesting to see how people interact with someone for the first time.
Oh, for sure. Like, especially if you're fans of both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't say that doesn't work for everyone. Again. Yeah. To me, it's sweet irony.
No, I feel you. There was a really interesting Lethal Company collab like a long time ago where Mouse interacted with a YouTuber I didn't know about, but he does like long form essays and stuff.
Oh fuck yeah!
This was very interesting. The dynamic that was all there.
Lord, so Barry, the man who puts out one video essay every 5 years, has talked multiple times at this point on some of his streams I've been watching, and it's like when I think about videos, I'm like, do they need to be this long? And I mean that kind of applies because I was like, can anyone summarize the fucking drama for me without needing to watch a 30-minute video? But
can I interject real quick?
Go on.
False ID, who does a lot of VTuber like drama videos, essentially. He's not trying to take a side most of the time. He sometimes does.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be like a news reporter kind of type.
Yeah.
He's like So the video will come out probably next week, and it'll be about 3 or 4 hours long.
Sweet.
He was joking. He was joking. He was joking. But
anyway, also you say stealth because I heard you say oh.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said it had an interjection to make. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking over you. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
Heck yeah, that's a big crown Rapompolo. Sick.
Oh.
Yeah, that works out. There's an O. But like recently Barry's been like, do some videos need to be this long? I don't know, like trim it down, make it succinct, yada yada. And then he's talking about that because recently he saw a video about Super Mario 64 and its invisible walls and how it's coded and everything. And he was like, that video is so like precise and so in depth that it can only be that long. And then his brother reposted it on Blue Sky recently, and I saw that it was like 10 hours long. No joke. And I was just like, Barry, you told me this was a this was a tightly edited video.
I mean, it could be, like, depending on how, like, in-depth they're going on it, if there's not, like, an easier way to say the things. Because they might be trying to talk to...
I can only... go. What's up?
Gold Chrome Gormagala.
Wait, do I have...
Do you have that one?
Let me...
You might.
Is it big... Rapompolo, please.
Hi, Pig. I was totally for your Xenoblade video.
Yeah.
I mean, long-form content's fine, but the issue is YouTube won't let you upload a video that's longer than 12 hours.
I do not.
Sometimes cuts it off at like 11 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Also, I do not have that stealth. I apologize. I'll try to get done Rapompolo as quick as I can.
And if you're like, how do you
I don't have that. Yeah.
And if you're like wondering how some people do like longer videos than that, either they were a live stream that got get caught up, or they are like monetized and everything.
Yeah.
YouTube allows more stuff for that.
Yeah, I do need to do more art for Pig's video, but also I think we need to. I can edit too. I feel like that would almost be easier in some ways, but I'll start editing Xenoblade footage over royalty-free music. People make so many memes about that. I unironically love that. Please talk about a video over a game of the video game to chill music. I'll watch a lot of those videos. Oh, no sweat. And I do need to do more art for Pig, and also I expect him wanting original art. Also though, I think about iPatchul's videos, which uses a lot of stock footage of whatever he's talking about in said video. Like, that's edited well over a track he has chosen. And I'm just like, those are my favorite video essays, which, I mean, some people should know. I talk about it all the time. So, video essays are fun.
Let me just, real quick. They told me Rapompolo.
What? I'm going to put you in prison.
It's Paula. It's not my fault.
Oh my lord. Both of you to prison. For murder and accessory.
That doesn't flow as well as I would hope it did. I think I messed it up.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, I'm not gonna blame you or Paula for that, Zayd. When's the last time you sang Drummer Boy?
That's true. Probably not as long ago as you think.
No. Lord.
5 years?
You know something I think about a lot? So, I'm ashamed to say I've lost them in multiple ways. I used to have the full series of Animaniacs on DVD. My dad did. Then I think we lost it over multiple road trips in multiple ways. And then also the divorce. Anyway, but there's a fucking Christmas short from the Animaniacs where they do Drummer Boy in front of animated baby Jesus. The Animaniacs do, I'm saying. And
yes, I
that's wild for a lot of reasons.
You know, why is your stamina?
Because I haven't been, much like my real life Zayd, I haven't been eating as I've been going about my daily activities.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to say.
What's that?
About the whole other thing that we were talking about.
Don't get into trouble online. Go on.
Yeah. The whole the thing that really like did it for me was when Shy Lily, who is.
I've seen so many people be like, "Holy fucking shit!"
She's literally like, she's kind of shy, she's kind of timid, she's kind of soft.
No, that can't be true.
Like sometimes she's not, but like most of the time she is.
She has a brand to uphold.
Freaking writes a goddamn like essay tearing her anyone.
I don't.
It's just like, damn, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to use the exact wording, but it ends with that fucking one free run clip. You know the one.
Yeah.
I can't say that because it won't seem like a reference. It'll just seem like I'm saying it. So.
Yeah. You're making me want to look up the actual thing, though.
What the? I need to watch Free Rim. Speaking of good animation. Oh, gotcha.
It's such a fucking romance.
I mean, it's 3 words. Unless we're thinking of different things. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Think of a different thing for me.
I need to watch Frey Rin. It looks very good.
This. You are the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, that's Shy Lily said that. Okay.
Shy Lily said that in this whole
that,
thing. Yeah.
That is also a very well. That's the end of the conversation kind of line. So.
But it's like in the second paragraph.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn.
That's the exact energy I'm thinking of when I'm talking about Free Rin. Kina. Oh my goodness.
Kina, hello.
Oh, hi, second round Pompolo. You're also here in time. Thank you for the raid. We're crown hunting. Fox raid. Oh no, Fox Hound. They're here to get me. Shadow Octopus. Kinky Parrot. Those guys. Fox and the Hound.
You have 2 round Pompolo.
I do.
Also, like.
What's up?
Are we done with the rom pom?
I am about. He just got capable. I promise.
You can probably start the Gormagala and carry help get there in time. Because I know it's probably running low on time.
I'm sorry. No, don't initiate super speed. You whore. Whore. Anyway, welcome to the Stream Raiders. I'm Cahill. I promise a drama-free, unchallenging environment to my streams. I am also a habitual liar.
I will leave. I'm just kidding.
No, like that's Zayn. I can literally not think of a. If I had to have someone do my streams for you, more Baldur's
Gate. I mean, I've literally been the one like keep going back to that subject. But
no, you're good. Man, I can't wait to play Oblivion next week for the first time, which almost certainly promises to be a worse game than Baldur's Gate. Just on a technical level.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, but like, you don't play Oblivion because it's an amazing game all the time, you know?
No, not at all. Which is why I'm going to play it on stream.
Yeah, you'll see.
You'll see.
There's some things I need to clip from my last streams that have just been so fucking good.
I'm willing to. I'm completely willing to start playing Oblivion on stream, and be like, well, so I used to make fun of these games. Now this might be my favorite thing of all time. Also, I'm still going to make fun of it because I mean, have you seen how the game runs? So
yeah.
Your money or your life, take it. It means nothing to me. It's just I've seen that clip more times this week than I think ever. Both versions. Don't move out of my hammer.
You sure did. I want to play.
You're good. Face the power of the Odinson.
But like,
yeah.
it's been a weird week for people who are fan of VTubers. Like,
I heard that. I will say that's the part where I'm just like, okay, and now I stopped caring because I saw a video about being like calmest week in VTubing. And like, you know, that event was one of them, and I was like, I'm not looking up. I don't know any of these people. I'm not looking up all this. So.
I mean,
Sage gives us a comprehensive list.
Well, because no, we just have 2 graduations that are really big.
Oh yes, I have heard about that.
Another company. So yeah,
Lord,
from Hololive left.
Zay, did you see that meme of someone comparing Gura Gura to an athlete, and the person responded with, "Damn, I'd cry too." Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Probably, yeah. Because I mean, a lot of people like call Gura like the.
Yes, that I do think that was it. Oh, my door is open.
Like once she's gone, like it ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah, that is fair.
I honestly, I'm 100% she's gonna come back.
We'll see. I was talking.
Everyone knows her old account.
I was talking to Stealth. I think I was literally talking to Stealth about this on one stream last week. In like that, I can't imagine what it's like to retire as someone whose main career is online. Like, I don't know how you plan that, and I wouldn't blame anyone for being like, well, I'm doing a stream because I need money. So it's like,
yeah.
It's like, no, you're that's completely valid. Was I just?
I just have someone to set aside to make bakery.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a good bakery. It's making bread.
Yeah. Welcome to Bread Brank. We make bread. We make clothes. You
want donuts? That's a whole different shop.
Like, the main example I was thinking of back then and now is Matt Pat. Like, he was a big one where it's like, I'm retiring. Like, I'm done. I might do some stuff, but I'm done. But also, he's probably the one who has it easiest. Fucking all he has to do is step on the screen and say Five Nights at Freddy's, and he has another year worth of paycheck.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like, it was so funny, like I think it was literally a month after he retired, he was like on an episode, or he was like...
I think it was a week, if I remember correctly. Like, something like...
It was something like... It was so funny, it was like... and I've seen him make random appearances in certain things.
I feel like if I was in that position, especially considering that he made, like, you know, like some decent, and I do mean the decent ones, content creators have done, like, they made a whole company and everything and fired people, right? Like, if he was like, okay, I'm retiring, and they're like, oh, okay, well, just make sure you put in your keys, and I'd be like, no, I keep the keys. I built the place. It's like, I get to come back here whenever the fuck I feel like. It's funny you think otherwise.
Yeah.
I promise you this, I will come in a year from now and say, I thought of a funny joke to make on a video, so we're gonna do that. And they're like, you don't work here anymore. And it's like, yeah, but we're still doing it, so...
The company's still owned in my name.
Exactly. So, I own the deed to the building. If once a year I want to make a funny joke on the YouTube channel, I get to make a funny joke on the YouTube channel. Also, if Kina is listening, I don't think I got to read that.
No, I think Kina.
Yeah, Kina got. Yeah, no pressure. Appreciate it. I've said this before. I think last time you rated it, I mentioned your baby, which is that, like, I can't take care of myself. I can't imagine doing it. I can't run a stream by myself. I can't imagine running it and also having a baby. It's a human life. Sometimes Oswald makes a weird noise when I'm streaming, and that stops everything.
Kina has also made the joke that she has 2 children, so...
Is one of them her husband?
Yes.
We love that kind of stand-up humor. I'm saying that ironically.
Thank you for saying that, because I'm pretty sure she has told me that.
I like how I said that ironically, but if Kina said that, if I was at Kina's stream and she said that, and also was doing a Jerry Seinfeld voice at any point, I would laugh. So, it's not ironic.
Look, where was
That's the quote that everyone goes to. I mean, I think that's the first episode, right?
What's that? Oh, airline food?
Yeah, I think it's the first episode of Seinfeld that he did the airline food bit, where it's like in the first season.
Lord, I know one opening bit of Seinfeld. It's also something I can't say. I'll give you a hint. It's related to Freyrin. So... I will say, I've seen episodes of both Friends and Seinfeld, and I think they are okay. I've seen some folks be like, they're actually bad, and some folks be like, they're the best show ever, and I'm like, I would watch this if it was on at a party, probably. I don't know if I'm seeking it out, but you know.
I think I've realized more and more, I'm not a huge fan of, like, that kind of format.
Just situational comedies of some kind.
It's fine if there's, like, I don't know, like, I liked Modern Family for a time, and, like, Arrested Development's good. There has to be, like, more camera movement, I think.
Yeah.
I think that needs, you know, I need something else going on.
So, the cameras treat it more like it's actually there, rather than just static and, like...
Like Always Sunny, too. That kind of thing
you don't like feeling like you're watching people in a human zoo. Which is...
I think maybe that's what it is.
Which, you
like
know...
the last wall between me and the set.
It's the fourth wall, Zayd. I don't know if you've heard about that funny thing.
Oh, wow, I've never heard of it.
No.
Please explain.
Okay, so, in...
It's invisible? How that doesn't make sense.
You can't. Shut up.
I didn't realize that when you're streaming, you're always breaking the fourth wall, because you're talking to chat.
I do like streaming for that. I don't know how much I was thinking about that, because like I've kind of I've liked to call bullshit before on some people who make videos, and then they're like, you don't know the real me, you don't know anything about me, and it's like, well, you put a lot of personal information out there, so like I haven't met you, but like I know some things. It's a bit more different than that, what you're saying. But streaming's even more that. It's like, because it's not scripted. You are talking to people. You are directly interacting with people on time, so...
But I mean, we were just talking about someone who's super famous. So,
oh yeah,
you know,
for
like,
sure.
It's
not 100.
Completely doable.
I think my big thing is it's not 100% either way. When it's in parasocial. there is still social in parasocial, you know? Yeah. Like... At the end, you don't know people online, but also at the same time, you know things about them, and I don't think it should be treated, you know, it is a special situation. So,
Yeah. I agree with you, yeah.
Alright. So I actually think I'm gonna call it there for the night, if it's okay. I'm sorry I gotta end so soon. I have a fussy baby as well. I keep it, keep it in my room, but... I do got work tomorrow, so gonna do that. We did manage to do a lot of the spring event quest, and then a surprising amount of crown hunting that managed to overlap. I wouldn't have bet on that. If anyone from Kina's raid at all is just like, I would like you to raid this person, feel free. If you're like, no, I'm going to bed. I also understand that. So, but I'm glad Zayd dropped by. I'm glad Self dropped by. I hope they feel free to do so tomorrow, because I was like, you know, 2 art streams this week, and then Stealth has reminded me that Raymond is getting an upgrade, so we'll be doing that instead. But yeah, let us see who's live.
Almost everyone thought it was today, but it's tomorrow.
It would have made sense, but again, I guess Capcom is. What's that?
I can't count.
I can't count either.
I don't think the internet can count.
No.
I can only count to 4.
Let me see here. Yeah, May. I keep forgetting the month of May. I have big plans in June. I keep forgetting May exists. Fucking, like, I'm just like, man, it's like a month away. And then I look at the calendar and I was like, actually, that's exactly 2 months away. Now that I look at it closer. So, but yeah. Fish just start streaming. Fish?
Yeah, Fish is doing art, Dan's doing Mario 64, or if you want to keep up rating Kiwi, that's also an option.
I can raid. I'm trying to... What is Fish's username? I want to make sure I put it in.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, you need to know, yeah.
So, raid...
There you go.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that is the hard part.
The amount of views.
was a thing. I downloaded a thing to start learning Japanese, not like the other week, and I haven't kept up with it. And I mean, that's something you have to do. But anyway, something I learned in a very early lesson they have in there, and it's like in Japanese, when you add more letters, it just means you make the sound longer. And I was like, I need to learn more actually, because how does that work? Is there a rule for that? So,
you only normally do one, and it's usually the U.
Gotcha. So,
but it's not always the case.
Well, maybe shocker. Maybe I should just keep up with my lessons, and then I would know how to, you know, speak Japanese. Know anything about Japanese. Anyway, thanks y'all for coming tonight. I hope to see you tomorrow, where we will do just a bit more Monster Hunter before I get to Art and then Sonic and Oblivion next week, which I'm sure that'll go well. Almost certain. There will be no glitches the entire week. I promise you that. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.